Welcome to another episode of India Defence News. India Defence News brings you the latest news, updates and articles on defence, Indian Armed Forces, strategic affairs and foreign relations. If you like this video, then please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Now, let's get started. In today's episode, we are going to discuss the history of Kashmir. Kashmir is considered to be a paradise on earth. The Mughal Emperor Jahangir had described Kashmir and once said, "If there is heaven on earth, it's here in Kashmir." The beautiful and picturesque landscape of Kashmir is located at the peak of India on the foothills of Himalaya, 566 km from Indian capital New Delhi. Historically, Kashmir is also referred to as Kashmir Valley. Kashmir has been continuously in news, unfortunately for all the wrong reasons. After independence, India and Pakistan have fought many wars over Kashmir. Kashmir issue has been a major issue between India-Pakistan relations. And therefore, in order to understand the Kashmir problem, we need to look back in the history of Kashmir. The history of Kashmir can be traced back to 4,000 years BC. Various 21 dynasties of Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, have ruled over Kashmir from time to time. During the first millennium, the Kashmir used to be an important center of Hinduism. Later on, Buddhism also came to Kashmir. In 3rd century BC, during period 296 BC to 232 BC, the Mauryan king Ashoka, the grandson of Chandragupta, made Srinagar the capital of his huge empire. The Jain Empire took control of Kashmir in 530 AD. The Hindu king Lalatyadatyas ruled from 724 AD to 761 AD marked an era of literature and learning. He made Kashmir as his base, and let all know he extended his kingdom. He led his armies deep into South India, Turkestan and Tibet. He built temples at Martand, Avantipur and Pandrithan which still remain. He set an example for Kashmir as an independent country. The Islamization of Kashmir took place during 13th and 17th century. The Mughal rule prevailed over Kashmir till 1751. The Islamization of Kashmir started during 1748 AD to 1819 AD with the invasion by Afghan rulers. Ahmad Shah Abdali invaded India for 8 times between 1748 to 1767. During these invasions, Ahmad Shah Abdali defeated Mughals, Rajputs, Jats, Marathas and Sikhs rulers. One of the most prominent battles during this period was the Third Battle of Panipat. This battle was fought between the Maratha ruler and the forces of Ahmad Shah Abdali, which took place on the 14th of January 1761 at Panipat, about 100 kilometers, in the north of Delhi. The Battle of Panipat was one of bloodiest battle in the history, in which thousands of soldiers died on either side. The Marathas were defeated in the Battle of Panipat, which gave a major setback to Maratha dominance in the north. Ahmad Shah Abdali's repeated invasions had considerably destroyed the Mughal Empire. Ahmad Shah Abdali died in Kabul, Afghanistan in 1818. His sons fought wars with Sikh rulers and lost Kashmir to Sikh rulers. The leader of Sikh Empire, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, annexed Kashmir in 1846 and his rule came to an end with the advent British East India Company. This was the beginning of British rule over India. The British East India Company rapidly expanded its empire in India. The British Army was far better equipped with modern guns, cannons and managed to capture many princely states. Subsequently, India continued as a British colony before its independence in 1947. The British rule prevailed over India for over 2 centuries. The Indian freedom struggle movement led by Mahatma Gandhi and Indian National Army led by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and other prominent leaders played a crucial role to end the British rule over India. By the end of Second World War, the British Army had considerably weakened, and with the formation of Indian National Army by Subhash Chandra Bose, Britain was not ready for another war on the Indian soil. And for this reason, Britain decided to exit from India, and then the British rule over India came to an end. Finally, India became independent on the 15th of August 1947. At the end of the British rule over India in the year 1947, the British decided to partition the Indian subcontinent into two countries, and that led to the formation of Pakistan as an independent state. The Indian subcontinent used to be a conglomerate of princely states. After the independence, these 562 princely states had the option to join any one of the two newly created independent countries, that is, either India or Pakistan. The British had left this choice to these princely states to choose the country they wished to join, or alternately, remain independent. The large chunk of Muslim population had decided to join the newly created Pakistan, and the remaining population, which includes Hindus, Christians, Sikhs and other minority population, had joined India. Kashmir was also an independent princely state prior to independence. After the end of British rule and India's independence in 1947, the Hindu ruler of Kashmir, Maharaja Hari Singh, initially wanted to be independent and neutral. And accordingly, he had conveyed his intent to both India and Pakistan. Maharaja Hari Singh had sent a standstill agreement to both India and Pakistan to maintain the independent and neutral status for Kashmir. However, his desire to remain independent soon came to an end. The founder of newly formed Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, wanted Kashmir to be a part of newly created Pakistan, against the wishes of Maharaja Hari Singh and the people of Kashmir. Muhammad Ali Jinnah had decided to invade Kashmir. Pakistani leadership had already decided to use the military force to capture Kashmir and sent its armed forces, just after the independence in 1947, disguised as tribal militia, to capture the Kashmir from Maharaja Hari Singh. Maharaja Hari Singh had to flee from Srinagar to take a shelter in India. Maharaja Hari Singh eventually decided to join India and requested India for the help to secure the Kashmir from Pakistani invasion. Another mass leader of the local Muslim community in Kashmir, Sheikh Abdullah, also later on supported the Maharaja Hari Singh's decision to join India. Now, it had become clear that leaders of both Hindu and the Muslim community had formally agreed to join India. On October 27, 1947, Maharaja Hari Singh signed the Instrument of Accession with India, and that was accepted by India's last Governor-General Lord Mountbatten. In response to Maharaja Hari Singh's request for help, then Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru rushed the Indian Army to secure Kashmir from Pakistani invasion. And the first war between India and Pakistan had just begun. This war is also referred as First Kashmir War, fought in the year 1947 between India and Pakistan. This war continued in Kashmir between Pakistani forces along with tribal militia and the Indian Army. By the end of 1948, India was totally in command to take control of all the rest of the Kashmir area initially captured by Pakistan. And the Indian Army was all set ready to recover every single inch of Kashmiri land under Pakistani control. However, despite this positional advantage, the Indian government suddenly requested the United Nations to mediate on Kashmir issue, and eventually a ceasefire agreement was reached between India and Pakistan with the intervention of United Nations. As per UN resolution dated the 13th of August 1948, Pakistan was supposed to vacate the Kashmir area forcibly occupied by Pakistani forces along with tribal militants, just after independence in 1947. Pakistan has still not complied to this UN resolution till date and expects India to conduct plebiscite. Pakistan had also agreed not to use the Kashmir area under its control for any anti-India activity, whereas Pakistan has used this area for terrorist camps against India. Pakistan still continues to occupy this area of Kashmir, which is referred as POK, that is Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The remaining area continues to be under Indian control. Pakistan has even transferred some part of Kashmir under its control to China in order to appease China. India has refused to accept this area gifted to China by Pakistan. This issue is also one of the stumbling blocks between India-China relations. Since then, the line of control is a de facto boundary that divides the Indian and Pakistani-occupied part of Kashmir. To conclude, Kashmir was legally acceded to India as per the wishes of its people and the ruler. India had decisively won the First War of Kashmir, and Kashmir had been successfully acceded to India. Subsequently, the Jammu and Kashmir National Conference leader, Sheikh Abdullah, was appointed as head of an emergency administration by an order issued by Maharaja Hari Singh. In 1957, Kashmir was formally incorporated into the Indian Union. Since then, Kashmir has been granted a special status under Article 370 of India's Constitution, which ensures special status for Kashmir. Since independence, Pakistan has invaded India 4 times. And that includes the First War of Kashmir in 1947, the Second India-Pakistan War in 1965. Pakistan again invaded India again in 1971, in which India has not only defeated Pakistan, but also liberated Bangladesh as an independent country, which used to be East Pakistan prior to 1971. Pakistan again started the Fourth War with India in 1999, by intruding into the Indian territory in Kargil, a hilly area of Jammu and Kashmir. India once again defeated Pakistan in Kargil War, and recaptured all the territory intruded by Pakistan forces, after intense war lasted for almost 2 months. After losing all the 4 wars with India, Pakistan has also been waging a proxy war with India by sending armed terrorists in India. These terrorists have targeted and killed many innocent Kashmiri minority community. The Pakistan's obsession for Kashmir and the military rule in Pakistan, disguised as democracy, has led to the collapse of Pakistan's economy, and Pakistan today is on the verge of bankruptcy. The Indian-controlled Kashmir is one of the most developed area of Kashmir at par with the rest of India, whereas the Pakistan-controlled Kashmir has not seen any development. The people of Kashmir are fed up of militancy, and we can only hope that peace and prosperity would soon be once again prevail in this paradise on earth. That brings us to the end of this episode on History of Kashmir. Thanks for watching, and India Defence News look forward to see you soon with another interesting topic. If you have liked this video, then please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel India Defence News. Thanks and Jai Hind.